You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Wes.
I'm Brian. Welcome to episode 59 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. This is the podcast where we talk about playing bikes or
With ourselves.
Or playing with ourselves on bikes. I don't know.
I hate bikes and I hate gravel.
Stop it, Grumpy. Grumpy Joey.
You said we were to hate gravel this episode.
No, that was joking.
I'm not.
So
It's just so hard on your bikes and everything. It's so hard on your body.
This is hopefully going to be a slightly tighter podcast than the Drunk Joey episode last week.
I got a lot of great feedback on that.
It was a great episode. I really enjoyed it.
That last 10 minutes was the best.
I enjoyed editing it, listening to it again and over and over. Joining us a little later in this episode is Kelly Paduch to talk about her event, the Rocktown Rambler, coming up on May 3rd.
Rocktown Rambler.
Ramble on.
Plus, I am going to give everyone a recap of my little recon ride adventure in the Croatan National Forest leading up to the Buck 50.
Ooh, the Recon Recap Rendezvous.
Yeah, that's a great title. Would you say that again?
You get
That
that
sounds like
alliteration.
some sick title.
The triple R. The triple R.
The rrr.
Joey, before we get started, do we have any Patreon or PayPal support this week?
No. Actually, we have Tim from Asheville, North Carolina. Send us some PayPal love.
He sent a nice message, too.
Tim said, I like Joey, not Wes. Been listening for a while now. I get a good laugh and useful info, making a crossover to more gravel riding in addition to my main passion of mountain biking. You guys should do a road trip here to Asheville area for the gravel and beer, some of the best in North Kakalaki. Shout out to Jim Roberts and Dodie Josie, who put me up to listening to the podcast. Shout out to y'all for putting me in a good mood on a Thursday. Love you, bye. MTB Aussie Tim.
Nice.
Actually,
Nice.
I even so yes, we have support from Tim. We have some sticker supporters that I did not write down.
I got him a little later. I got him a little later.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So t-shirts then. Oh, man, I saw that. Little
Yeah.
Larry.
Larry bought a T-shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I was like, Larry.
Larry, we could have saved you on some shipping and hand delivered it.
We just saw him, too.
Come on, I'll give you another one at Croatan. So thank you, Larry.
Yeah, thanks, Larry.
Larry is like one of our longest supporters. Patreon.
Eric Baker.
Well, like a handful.
There's a bunch of them that were like.
Eric
in
Baker
that
brought me some
first.
nice beer I'm drinking tonight. I have. I'll get back to that.
Nice.
Sticker packs. We have Patrick from Baltimore.
I
Who
wonder if
bought,
that's Gary's son.
No, I don't think so.
So appreciate that. I sent out some special packs to a couple listeners. One of our listeners, our boy Justin, got one, and I did write in the bottom of that we are going to plan a GTD weekend in Asheville this year.
Yeah, let's do that.
Get up, so we
Yeah.
get our southern folks, because I voted North Carolina, and Brian voted Pennsylvania.
No, I changed my vote later episode.
It's true.
You went back to North Carolina?
Pennsylvania.
No, I went to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, I voted North Carolina.
Okay, I originally voted North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And then I
I'm
switched
still
it.
sticking to North Carolina.
I'm actually in both camps. I can do that.
No, you can't. In the
Yes, I
Civil War,
can.
you would have got shot on
Yes,
one
I
side of it. Jeez.
So
Well,
some support this week. That's
yeah,
awesome.
we got more support than an athletic supporter at a JV football game.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Patrick.
All right, I'm going to do some summing up real quick. What are we drinking? And also, yes.
Go for it.
Man, Joey just took this show by
Joey
the...
just-
I did. I saw.
Take it over.
I just want to say I saw Brian's show notes,
Right.
and like I told Brian yesterday, he just needs to ride his bike. Just ride your goddamn bike, Ryan. Brian has nerded out about Croatan. and
Okay,
we're
I
gonna-
have. But before we get there,
it is interesting how you did it.
what are you drinking over there? Just go through what you're drinking first before you start ragging on
I'm
me.
drinking some Kool-Aid. I got some Sam Smith Old Brewery Tadcaster. Damn, we ride Tadcaster.
Cat nay.
It's got me the old Tadcaster oatmeal stout. It's product England, so maybe I'll get my England next.
Now, I had one of those at the Irish Deli and Pub in Swansboro, but I did not have the oatmeal stout. I had the chocolate stout, and it was very good. But I mean, by the time I was like, it was like drinking a candy bar.
You get any of that corned beef?
Nope.
Oh man, we should
Didn't
get
do
one
it.
of those this week and make it.
Didn't do it.
Yeah, let's get like 4.
Oh, before
Done.
you're gone. Yeah. What do you got? What are you drinking?
I'm stuck
Wes?
here for like 2.5 weeks.
We
What are you
have
weekend?
3 episodes,
Well-
including today, that Wes will be live with us.
Wait a minute. Repeat that.
It's including today 3 episodes.
That's
with Wes.
it?
Yeah.
3 episodes.
This episode and then 2
Two more.
more and then. Oh, that really makes me sad.
We're probably going to get in trouble for that one.
No, that wasn't long enough.
Oh, okay. That's
No,
what she
you
said.
know.
Sarah,
we're-
Sarah McLaughlin, that is.
We're warming up, good. We're warming up. It's cold.
What are you drinking, Brian?
Iced tea. Iced tea.
I've been rude this whole episode. Did I cut
just
you off, Wes?
You cut me off. You're just
Yes,
you're
he did.
waiting for me to leave.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I don't know how they did it, but they got my picture on this bottle.
Let me see.
Temptation.
Oh, geez, put that down. I need to take a picture.
It's a nice red
hilarious.
Zinfandel, and somehow I don't know how they got it without my permission, but they put my picture on the front of the bottle.
Check Instagram for that. That'll be available in the photo drop.
And they
because,
got it in my nice bedroom attire that only Melanie's seen.
Well, and
I see
everybody
it.
out behind Joey's that
Yeah.
watches you through the window
I put
in the
curtains
wee
up.
hours of the morning.
He did put the curtains up in my room so his neighbors can stop seeing everything.
He got HOA complaints.
Yeah.
We were having hot dogs every night.
I'm just drinking tea if anybody's interested. It's only because Croatan
You're training.
is coming, dude. It is coming fast and it is coming hard. And
I heard it's a mess.
it's going to be a slippy, sloppy mess. And
Kluge
do you
everywhere.
want me to do my recap of Croatan now?
Oh, God, I'm just reading it. It wasn't like this earlier.
I totally
Look
nerded
did
out
you
on
see
it.
all Brian's notes? Look at my recap for the week, Wes.
I don't even have a recap for the week, I don't think.
Okay, I'm just going to dive in. We're not going to go through this. So
Holy crap, you're right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
forever.
yeah. So
Overanalyzation.
stop it. Stop it. Everybody's going to want to hear this. It's going to be the most popular Brian episode ever.
Dude, you have this down by like 1
Yes.
mile increments.
Yes, I
said
do.
He has an Excel
I
sheet.
made a
now.
spreadsheet.
If you guys want to skip ahead, go
This is
do
ridiculous.
something now.
Right. Just get on your bike and ride it.
Okay, so we went to Swansboro.
Oh, hold on.
Can you stop?
What happens? Say it just for shits and giggles because you already did it. You get like a mile in and you rip your derailleur off. All this just goes down the toilet.
This is like one of those gator jokes you told.
No. Everybody's going to love to hear all of this. But before I even start talking about my Croatan recon rendezvous ride or whatever you call it,
Ride.
yeah, I will put a disclaimer. This is the first time I've ridden down there. I've never ridden the Buck 50. I really don't know if any of this is accurate, but it's based upon my recon
Fake news.
and fake Croatan news. So we had a free weekend. It was Valentine's Day weekend. Carrie's got a new Diverge. She said, I want to go ride some gravel. So we took off on Friday morning, which was Valentine's Day, went down to Swansboro, stayed in a cool little Airbnb right in the middle of town. Swansboro, awesome little town. Really, really cool. Nice little restaurants all over the place, bars, pubs. We stayed right in the middle of town. We went to dinner at the Borough, and I met a fella at dinner. They were actually, him and his wife were sitting next to us at the table next to us. His name is Brian. We met at the Borough. He sent me like a bunch of tips, and then
So he's like Joey.
Yeah.
he had
Did he
tech
get
tips.
theme music?
He just gives
No,
you a tip.
yeah, I just hit my phone and played theme. I said, but hold up, stop talking. I gotta,
I cannot accept your tip until I play my theme music.
So I got an email later that night from Brian's friend Dustin, who had the route link to the actual ride route, and then he kind of modified it, I think, a little bit and gave me some options on doing the loop as opposed to the extension and all the different bits, parts, and pieces. So I want to thank Brian and thank Dustin. So we went out and did 30 miles, and that was pretty awesome on Carrie because, she's just coming back to getting on the bike. We got her an e-bike last summer, so she's been working on that, and then she upgraded her trainer this winter to the H3.
Is she really good at the e-bike? I need an e-bike mechanic.
No,
You said she was working on it.
Jesus. So she like a few weeks ago, she's like, hey, I want a new bike. I want to get a gravel bike. So we got her the Diverge. She talked to Joey about it and had all sorts of conversations about it and which one to get. So
Shameless plug. Where did she get it from?
she got it from the Patuxent Adventure Center in Solomons, Maryland.
Setters.
A beautiful blue carbon diverge. She's really happy with it.
It is
She's
a pretty
really,
color.
She is really, really excited with it.
As
So,
Wes would say, it's blue.
this was
it's
her
blue.
her first proper gravel ride. Included, this Savage Road section of Croatan National Forest. So kudos. She did great on it.
Nice work, Carrie.
So we did that. We did a lot of the hardpack sand. So we did the first part of the course. Some of the private property sections weren't open, so we jumped out on the road, went up and did the Savage Road loop. We did not do the extension up to the top. So my breakdown on the ride goes like this. Based upon my ride, the satellite images on Google Earth that I looked at, and the official Strava route link,
So Brian was up to his nipples in water again.
which I actually will include a link to the official route in the show notes.
You used to work at NORAD or something?
The official route, I'm going to cut everything you guys are saying out, and just going to be me talking wonderfully and magically
I
about
just
my
want everybody
experiences.
to get along.
So the official route distance is actually 45.2, and when you put 3 laps of that together, it's 135. So it's not a full $150. It's not a full 150. So I don't know what that's all about. The first, and I clumped these together into sort of
1 mile segments.
Yeah, because I don't think like that first section, the neutral rollout that comes out of the raceway, I don't think that's a full mile. It's probably more like a half mile.
Oh,
But
you do have a 6 mile segment here.
well, yeah, I got a bunch of segments.
You
So-
forgot 0.6, 135.6.
Stop it. Everybody wants to hear this. Everybody's like thinking they want to do Croatan. They want to hear this. So the first mile or so is hardtop, and then the second mile 1 to 2 is don't mess with those show notes down
Messing
there.
with anything, just click.
Because it's going to totally screw me up. The next little piece is a farm bypass. It was private property, so it was closed. You go out by a cornfield, little farm road. That connects over to 8 miles of packed, really hard packed sand. I found that it was, stop it. It was really fast, some really shallow potholes, easy to pick a line. Now, my thought on that, and Joe, you correct me if you think this is out of line, is to kind of hold back a little bit and let the pack clear out so you can actually pick a better line. So instead of beating yourself up in those potholes or beating up the bike early in the day.
I got 2 opinions. One,
Okay, shoot.
yes, that. 2, we are big guys.
Yeah.
Use some elbows.
I don't want to do that. I'm not racing. I don't want to get in. I don't want to mess up somebody who's actually racing for time.
Well, if you knock him off the course, then nobody's racing except you.
I don't think
Knock 'em
I
out
want
the
I
box loop.
am going to start slow and steady.
Yeah, that's my objective too. But if you let some of that traffic clear out,
Oh, it'll clear out.
it'll clear out really fast, and it's going to be because I was telling Wes yesterday when Wes and I rode, it felt to me like that was the gravel over here off Dow Road.
Yeah.
So take away the chunky gravel that's on top of that, cut the potholes out over there by about 2/3. So you've only got maybe a third of them left,
But deepen them up.
but deepen them a little bit. And they're easy to pick. They're easy to pick lines around. In my opinion, they were easy to pick lines. So you got about 8 miles of that.
Are they easy to pick when you're like 3 or 4 side by side?
That's where it gets tricky.
Okay.
That's where, in my opinion, it gets a little tricky. And then later in the day, when you've got two-way traffic coming on that, you're even.
Yeah, that
you're
road goes
even-
both ways.
Yes. Then mile 10 to 11, the cornfield. It's private property, so we didn't go on it. From the looks of it, it looks like it's a little farm road that loops around the cornfield and then tacks into a little bit of single track. Doesn't look like it's going to be very complicated, but again, I don't know. Knock on wood. Then you hit a little piece of hardtop again, and then you've got another big 10-mile section of really fast gravel to go up to the pit stop. Now you're about halfway through the first lap. You're about halfway through the lap, and I did not ride the back end of that. I rode Savage Road Loop, which included some of that, but not all of it. So after the pit stop, this is where I think things get interesting. Mile 22-ish to 27 is No Name Road, Black Swamp, off-highway vehicle. It's going to be probably pretty rough, 4x4 country, really big, swampy, muddy potholes.
Is that what they posted today?
I'm actually interested to talk to Matt to see where some of those pictures come from. I have a feeling that section of the course is where they were doing some of that work today. I think. if I had
Are you
to
talking about the one
guess.
with the tractor or the one that had his bike there and he was talking about all the four-wheelers?
He had a tractor. He posted a tractor
The
yesterday.
one without the tractor.
Well, he posted one today too. He had a big, like a box scraper, and they
that's
were
no
working
fun.
the course. So, I have a feeling it's that section. So that's 5 miles of that piece. It comes fast and straight back down to the top end of Savage Road. So you got 3 miles of Savage Road. We did ride Savage Road. Massive, massive potholes, mud, rough. I saw a F-150, which honestly didn't belong back there anyway. He actually high-centered coming out of one of the puddles and was stuck. So it was that deep. You got about a foot lip down to the water line. And then I rolled the bike through some of that stuff, and it seemed like in some of those places those things were 3 feet deep. There's no joke.
Did you pull them out with their diverge?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
That's exactly what I did. Savage Road is the real shit, though. I can imagine if you're racing that and you're thinking, I don't want to wait to pick a line, and I'm just going to plow through the center of that pothole, you're not going to come back out of it, is my take. You're going to hit that, and you're just going to dive in.
So
and
snorkel is required.
it was pretty bad. But again, lots.
Steve.
There were lines if you're patient, and I think Matt even said that when we had Matt on the podcast. If you are patient and look for lines, lines exist.
Love will
So-
find a way.
Now, this is where I think you're going to see some flats, because a lot of the places where they've made lines that probably didn't exist before was by cutting the brush away. So they looks like they took a bush hog through, pulled the brush back from the edge. Now, if you roll your bike over into that, you've probably got 1 to 2 inch stalks of like little trees, tire rippers in that. So if you're hitting that hard and fast, be careful to rip that tire.
Don't rip it.
Don't rip it, because that'll end your day
I'm going to be
badly.
the last person through there on the course every lap, so
Yeah.
I'll be okay. I won't have anyone to worry about picking through.
I believe in you.
So once you pop out of Savage Road at about mile 30, you've got some fast gravel, and this is where things begin to backtrack on top of where you've already been. 33 to 35 is hard top. 35 to 36, you're jumping back through the cornfield in reverse. Then you're back on that fast gravel. Then you come back through that little private property farm bypass, and then you're back to the speedway to start all over again. So, yes, Joey, I did actually put a spreadsheet together.
I know.
And I
Put a
took
spreadsheet.
Yes, I did.
Him and
I
Ted
took-
were all about it.
I took each
man.
of these. I created 4 categories: one for hardtop, one for fast sand, one for 4x4, and then one for like the single tracky kind of. So I divided the different segments into 4 different categories, and then I looked at each one of those categories and estimated an average moving speed, calculated the minutes based upon a real rough estimate to give myself an idea of what I should target for a lap. I think that was smart.
Do you think you put too much effort into it based off of how you rode over the weekend?
No, because
How much time did it take you to put the spread? I'm asking
I'm a
part
sp-
and genuine curiosity, and
Well-
the other part, I'm making fun of you.
I am a bit of a spreadsheet geek, so that whole thing took me about 15 minutes
Okay.
to put that together.
Okay. Oh, you know what you could do is you could make a Google Doc spreadsheet.
That's what I did.
Well, no, so people could enter their information into a form, and it will spit out a calculated estimate how long it will take them to finish a certain ride.
I'll show you my spreadsheet. I've got the distance.
Oh.
I've got its category. I've got the average speed. It totals out the time in minutes, then breaks it down into hours, and then multiplies it by 3. What I didn't do was add in buffers for stop time. So this is just estimating moving time. And then I've got the total percentage.
So it's like a Google map when you do directions. It doesn't calculate stopping.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. So I didn't buffer that all in.
What if A, you rip your derailleur off, B, you have diarrhea, C, you blow your tire out, D, you're not having a good day, E, someone crashes in front of you, F, I don't know.
All of those things are
Are they on the Excel
possibilities.
sheets?
No, that is just in my opinion, in my mind, I wanted to get an idea as to. I probably overthought it a little bit. I'll admit it, but you don't know going into these things, and until you've ridden those sections.
It's another left turn.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all can give me a hard time about it,
Last night.
but now I know
Look,
that.
did you have fun making the spreadsheet?
Yes, I did.
All right,
Okay,
that's
then you
all
know
that
what?
matters.
I did.
That's fine.
I
but I'm
did.
going to make fun of you for having fun
Yeah.
making a spreadsheet.
So my
For a bike ride.
my margin of error is calculated out to be 4%. So I've got the total hard top at about 8.5%. And I think Matt had said it was 5%. So that's well within the margin of error for that section.
Listener, if you're listening in and you still want to skip Brian's segment, keep going.
I'll put in the show notes where to buzz it. No.
No, I really do think it.
I mean, but other than the weenies that I know are going to go out and actually race it for time, you're probably one of the most well-prepared people I know going to do this.
What do you mean?
Agreed.
Like you're going to be fine.
I hope so.
Just ride your damn bike.
Oh, I
No,
will.
you are going to be fine.
When I get there and do that, it's going to be.
And you're going to do it quicker than you think.
Well, that gravel's
I'll be
going to
rooting
be
for you.
That gravel's going to be fast.
I think you'll get in the zone, and you might not be racing other people, but you're going to race yourself, and you're going to go fast.
Well, what's our plan of attack, Joey? What is your thought on
My plan of attack is I'm just going to ride my bike.
No, I mean, do we intend? There's 4 of us going down there to do it.
Oh, don't stay together. It's not a good plan.
Just go do your thing.
Do your own thing.
Yeah.
Someone's going to hold the other person back,
You don't want to do
or
that.
you're going to force the other person to go harder.
Yeah.
Just do your own
And
thing.
blow
It's a
them
I
out.
lap.
imagine you'll ride with Alonzo quite a bit. And at some point in time...
No, I'm not going to ride.
Oh,
with Alonzo.
Alonzo's.
He be gone.
No, I think there'll be some technical bits that'll slow Alonzo down where you'll catch him. So I think you guys will ride together, but there'll be a point where there's a break, and I'm curious to see...
What is that? Is it No Fear of Death? NFD? NFOD?
Nift?
That's Alonzo.
Well, I do have fear of death. So I do agree with you, though, and I'm glad to hear you say that. It's a ride your own adventure kind of thing. Go out and do your thing, because otherwise you're going to blow somebody else up, or you're going to hold somebody back. And honestly, in a ride like this, it's all about your pace, because if you stay too long on the bike when it's not the way you should ride it, that extra saddle time can hurt you.
Yeah.
So
Because you're thinking it's going to be like 11, 12 hours of saddle time, right?
I'm thinking about 10.
Yeah.
Thinking about 10 hours of saddle
It's
time.
a long day.
It's a long day. And I looked at so I did a double metric, not last summer, the summer before, and I looked back at those numbers, and it was 140 miles, 139.8 or something like that. And it was 6,200 feet of elevation, and I did that in moving time right around 9 hours. So I'm hoping that maybe that volume of elevation translate, and we did that. We stopped a lot on that
You were fat and
day.
out of shape then.
No, I was probably in better shape
I'm
then
just
than I
kidding.
am now.
You look
Yeah.
really good now.
Yeah. So we stopped a lot. We stopped, I think, every 20, 25 miles and sat for 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that's not going to be this kind of day. What was you gave some guidance on, Joey,
Yeah.
on how much to spend in the pits, and how a buffer to build in. What were the numbers
Yeah.
that you spit
I think
out?
I said, because you guys were talking about, you and Ted.
I think you
Larry's over there like, oh, why am I in this? I'm like, I'm just going to leave all you guys anyway.
said that's right. Larry
What
will be
did I
gone.
say?
Larry will win by accident, not even know it. Well, I got this new bike. I thought it was good, but I didn't know it was that good.
So let me talk while Joey's looking that
Has
up.
anyone seen my dog?
If you're
I'll
going to
be
talk
Larry.
about Larry's bike, I'm curious your nutrition plan.
So that's the other thing. There's 2 things I want to talk about: the equipment, the bike itself, and how things performed. So the Pathfinder 38's, in my opinion, the primo choice.
All right.
So yeah, there's water and there's mud, but they've got plenty of grip. I rolled them at 40 psi, and on the sand.
Do you think you're going to go up higher just based off of how hard the...
No, I don't think so. I think that's exactly where I'll stay.
Okay.
I think 40 is where I'll start. But again, conditions of the day, if they get a week full of rain before this event, or it's raining on race day, then that could obviously change a lot of things.
When you come back through every lap, will you have an opportunity to stop by your stuff? Like if you want to leave a pump at your
Yeah.
stuff, you can change your pressure.
We'll have
Well, I carry my pump with me, so.
Adam
Yeah.
Oster there.
Oh, nice.
So what did
All
you
right,
say,
so
Joe?
I said nutrition's the only thing you guys need to worry about. You guys need to
And bears.
buffer in a half hour on what you plan on for your lap, because there's shit that just happens between mass start, things that'll slow that down, little things here and there. If you want to stop at that turnaround, 5 minutes between laps, any longer at the aid station, it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like at our tent,
Yeah.
you'll just get.
No, I don't
cold,
want to.
yeah.
I don't want to stop.
Uh,
That won't be a thing. It'll be all about nutrition and food.
Yeah.
And I really, honestly, I don't have a plan for that yet. I've really given it too much thought.
Corn dogs.
I don't know. So sport legs. I'm a big fan of sport legs leading up to those.
Whoa!
big
What do
events.
you eat? What are you doing now for nutrition? Don't change anything.
I don't really do much for nutrition because I don't ride 135 miles every day.
Well, you better start taking that stuff now. Don't do it the day before.
No. You start a few days out.
No, I'm talking about if you're going to use Sport Legs, start using Sport Legs this week. If you're going to use Scratch, start using Scratch this week. What if it gives you diarrhea? Like, legitimately, what if it upsets your stomach?
Good point.
Or what if you just don't agree with it?
That's sort of my typical thing, though. Like with Blood, Sweat, and Gears, and go down Blood, Sweat, and Gears, it would be you start using Sport Legs about a week out and start really hitting the hydration. So I do intend to, like, the week of, start thinking about super hydration and, really pounding the water every day and, kind of.
You guys should make a bunch of those rice things and just stick them in a cooler at the car.
That's a
Every time you go
great
around,
idea.
You can just grab a handful of them and.
I'll make 80.
That is a great idea.
Because those aren't hard to make a bunch of them.
And
Actually, that could be a fun GT episode, Cooking with GTD, and we could do a YouTube podcast while we make rice cakes.
Actually,
Lovely.
if you were on the social media, I did a whole Instagram thing for it.
Oh.
It's saved and put up.
That's nice.
You're welcome.
I don't know. The rice cakes are really easy to digest. I don't want to do.
But you need to change it up. You'll get tired of eating 135 miles of the same food.
No, I could do that. I don't have any
Well,
problem.
you're a
with
bad
that.
example.
Well, I don't have any problem.
I mean,
with
even
that.
just like making PB&Js and having those waiting for you,
Yeah.
'Cause after 50 miles, down in 1 or 2 PB&Js would be like enough to get you through. The next
Uncrustables
lap.
are good for that.
You keep them frozen.
And they stay well in a frame bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice because they travel. Like
Yeah.
some brown, like things with substance, but sugar.
Yeah. So, I mean, I still need to think about nutrition. But again, a little disclaimer. I am not an expert on Croatan course or route, but I have looked at it. I've ridden pieces of it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have a whole lot more experience than I have of it, and their spreadsheets are probably much better. I leave me alone.
Spreadsheet wars. New on Nat Geo.
I'm going to do some pie charts on it next, so that we'll have visuals.
Are you gonna, can you do it actually on pie for us to eat?
And I'm going to do a PowerPoint that I'll give a presentation.
Your PowerPoint presentation at the adventure night at the bike shop was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like
It
that
was.
should have been in your little catch
It
up.
was on point.
That was good.
Oh,
I
thank
enjoyed
you.
that quite a bit.
Thank you.
I was very proud of you.
Um,
You really
I-
set the bar high.
Maybe we'll talk about that next week.
I sent everybody else a message, and I said, if you don't do as good as Brian.
It was a
I
fun
will
night.
send you back.
Well, let's save that presentation until next week because I really wanted to hit Croatan
That's fine. Hit
because
it. Well, maybe I'll talk about it then on my
you
spot.
could do that. I was really obsessing over this and
I see that. You talked to me about it a little bit yesterday on the ride, but I didn't realize it went this deep.
I couldn't tell you were obsessed.
leave me alone. I'll show you the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is very neat and tidy. It uses colors.
Wow.
And everything is
I'm just excited that you're excited, Brian.
the single track sections are back colored with brown. The sand sections are back colored.
Anyway, Joey, what have you been up to?
I hate everyone. Is what I wrote. Actually, how did your bike ride, Brian, after it was put back tremendously?
Oh, it was lovely. It was nice. It was nice.
It was like when you bought it.
I do have, and we'll talk about this. There's a little. You said you
Don't
put
say
some-
anything bad.
No, I'm not saying anything bad.
We could talk about that off layer.
It's got a little chain slap.
Did you turn your clutch on?
I probably need to check that.
Yeah.
I would have thought the bike mechanic would have turned that back on before you handed
I
me the
usually
bike.
don't turn it on though.
Oh, you didn't?
I
Then
don't
that's
like it.
what that
I don't
is.
like it turned on with 2x.
Okay, then that's what it is. Then it's a little chain slap because I noticed that today, and then also big ring little. I get a little skipping. It's
Little
almost
rub.
no, it's skipping. It's like the chain will all of a sudden let go and pop.
Oh, you
And-
know what that's from?
What's that?
That's from that tooth that's bent, probably on your chainring up front.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll look into it.
Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that because it doesn't. Maybe I can't. I don't know. It's like when I'm going down a hill, and because I'll spin that bike out.
Good thing there's no hills in Croatan.
Yeah, good thing you're doing Croatan.
Yeah, I won't have to worry too much about that. But I will spin it out, and then I'm going down the hill, and if I try to give a little torque, especially at that transition, like I was going down
Torque?
Mill Bridge today, you really pick up a head of steam. You're doing 42 miles an hour coming down. You hit that bottom, hit that bump, and then as soon as you hit the upside, and you try to give it a little torque, and you're still in that low combination before you shift it up, it would click on me. So, but beyond that,
You like
I
that
lo-
chain?
I love the chain.
How many miles do you have on it?
So you're
Like-
endorsing the...
Well,
Wow,
no,
chain?
I don't want any endorsement.
Until the
Till-
full
It's
process.
for like 500 miles.
Yeah. I need to go through.
Actually, I do want to I want to start fresh again before Croatan with it.
Okay. Okay. I will say that I did post the picture on Instagram.
What is this? Our long-term review?
It's been 1 week, a long-term review.
How many miles though?
30, 60, 90, maybe 100.
Okay.
Nice.
Maybe 100 miles on it.
Well, because Joey was saying that you're supposed to do it like every 200-300 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'll factor in sometimes elements will
gross
take a little bit off
element,
of that, but
So I posted the picture on Instagram of my bike on the truck after the ride. And that chain is spotless.
Epic.
Beautiful. Yeah. And then the chain off of Carrie's Diverge,
which had factory wax because it's new.
Yes. Yeah, it was factory, so it was brand new. So whatever that equates to.
That stuff is super sticky.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a clean sticky. It'll start to get gross soon.
So anyway, it was. I don't know. It was just a marked difference. You could see it in the picture. You could see it, and so
we're gonna sell a shit ton of little 1-quart crop pots after this.
you can buy them with the Deadhead sticker on the.
Oh man, we should. Let's go to Alibaba, buy, slap some stickers on there.
So yeah, I'm so far performance up until having to recycle the chain with new wax. I'm a believer, and it is smooth and it's quiet.
Nice.
It is really
and everything.
quiet.
Everything still looks clean.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. It's pristine.
The cassette even too.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really examine the cassette.
Should we wax the cassette?
No, but the stuff that you put on the bike that smells so good.
Oh yeah.
It really did that
was creme fraiche.
Does that work?
Yes, it does.
So that was a muck off. Yeah.
It didn't there's still stuff there, but you just wipe it with your hand and it
just
falls
came right off.
How you doing it?
Just wiping it with your hand, up and down.
Okay.
And it just wipes right off.
Okay.
And
so the muck off stuff worked.
I think so.
I forget what it was called specifically, but it was in a
we'll do it
shiny
in
silver
our
can.
show Instagram rundown.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe that would be a future tech tip.
Yeah.
So we put some, and it smelled good too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we were using that SC1 or whatever, and it was
that
okay.
smelled good.
Yeah. But this smells better, and it seems to work better.
Yeah.
So.
I SC'd one your Roubaix, but you haven't ridden it since.
No, I haven't. In fact, the rear tire, I need to deal with that because it didn't.
Isn't that funny? You've got an aluminum bike, and you like that more than you like your carbon bike.
A part of it.
They're two different bikes, but
They're two different bikes, and a part of it is I've got so many big gravel events this year that I want to be on that Diverge.
Yeah.
I don't want to ride the Roubaix and then all of a sudden shift up and go to a different bike for a big event.
No pun intended.
And did you see? I mean, that Diverge is snappy.
no, it's a fully capable bike.
I mean, I didn't even realize that I got back from the ride that we did. And I told you that I felt really fast.
You were moving like I remember riding down the island. I'm trying to warm up, and they're like, "You're just pushing 20." I'm sitting there okay, maybe we'll cool it down to 17. I'll be okay with that.
Well, there was a segment on my way down to meet you that I don't really ride a lot, but I ride every once in a while. And I wasn't really paying attention to it, and I actually pulled a 6th place leaderboard trophy on the segment, and I wasn't real. And that's, you think about it for a minute. Everybody else is rolling that on a road bike because it is a road segment,
right?
And here comes Aluminum Diverge rolling 38s.
No problem.
It did the deal. Yeah,
I reported that ride.
That's okay. I've deleted the segment.
No one ever reported my ride where I averaged 80 miles an hour. And I think my top speed was 120 or 150 or something like that.
Yeah, but I think that's believable.
My point with that, though, is that the Diverge can be fast with the right pressure, even with those 38s. With those, and I really think it's the Pathfinders. They're doing the trick. They're fast on hardtop.
Hey, whatever you like, man.
So
I feel like I have preoccupied the whole catch-up thing.
It happens.
So.
Sometimes it's Joey, sometimes it's you, and then every now and then I say one word.
I'm always grumpy. I'm still grumpy. I got this 24-hour flu, which now has just nose congestion, which sucks.
You don't look like you have the flu.
You should have seen me Saturday.
Well, I don't think you have the flu now.
No, not now. I broke
run down recovery.
fever Sunday.
It's bumping a log.
Man, it was horrible. Starting at work, I couldn't get warm, and then throughout the day, I was shivering. I had my jacket on, and I was sitting up front around closing time. I was afraid to go outside because it was so cold out.
Well,
Oh, it hurt. Then I got some nice pho at the Thai place.
Well, that fixes everything.
No, man, I got 4. You do your scale of 1 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a 4. I wanted a little spicy to, because it cleared my sinuses.
Right.
I don't even know what a 7 would be like. That was one of the hottest things I've ever had.
Well, that does the trick, though.
That's not true.
It was so
love pho.
I got Wes here.
Wait a minute, is it pho or fa?
I think it's pho.
Fa.
Yeah.
I don't give a fa.
I think at this point in today's world, you can say pho or fa, and people know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So who cares? You call it what you want to call it.
I know when I was living in Washington, there were a ton of like pho restaurants, and they all had like
Pho.
names like "What the pho" or like, like they were all over the place. They all had like clever names
Pho
like
good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Joey, Croatan recap. Between a lot of hours of homework the other last week and getting sick, I haven't touched my bike in like a week.
It's all right.
So mentally, there's a struggle mentally there right now.
How many miles you got this year?
I think 400.
Okay.
It's more than I would have had without, even who I was telling in the store the other day, maybe it was Eric, even if I go out and do 100 miles, I'm already way better off this year because I signed up for an event.
Yeah.
And it's already led me to a better part of the part of the year.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, so, there's 150, but I wouldn't have started this year this way at all without Croatan. So, April's going to shape up nice for Lulaca.
I also, just as a side note, I talked to Matt.
Yeah,
and he's like,
cool.
cool.
I'm a lazy bum.
He's like, yeah, cool, that sounds rad. So come on down. And so we will definitely be set up at Packet Pickup with hot mics.
Hopefully with new kits.
Yeah, with new kits, hot mics. We'll have some T-shirts, some stickers, some other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Love you buys.
Love you buys, stickers, come by, see us, talking to the can.
Maybe we'll do some raffles.
I'd love it. I just want to give some stuff away.
Oh, we could raffle that thing that we talked about. That got cut.
Don't know what you're talking about.
That
thing.
Actually, you could put together something like that for pretty cheap and then raffle that off. And
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be weird, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that your weekly wrap up?
Yeah, I'm a lazy piece of shit.
Okay. Wes.
Well, the lazier piece of shit is on right now, and I rode my bike once with you yesterday.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
so exciting.
I just need to ride my bike more.
Yep.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Things are finally starting to mellow out. I got my rental house cleaned up. I used the clean feature on my oven for the first time. That works really well.
I wish I could do that to you.
When
I was trying to work it out. You just beat me to it, Joey.
then you turn it on, you sit there for 4 hours, and bam, clean oven.
And it smells good while it's happening.
It smells terrible. I'm pretty sure I passed out once or twice.
Because you cremated everything in there.
Yeah, so I did that. I got my car repaired. You came pick me up. We had a nice lunch.
Monday?
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good week.
No, it was a beautiful day the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Went for a nice little walk. I tried to convince somebody to play pickleball with me, but nobody wanted to play.
Well, I want to ride my bike. I don't want to play
I actually
pickleball.
had the flu that day.
I don't give a shit. I just want to play pickleball. I got drunk with Joey yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was not drunk. Wes was.
I finished a bottle of wine.
I'm over here sipping on, I had a little bit of
Sipping on
peanut
gin
butter
and juice?
whiskey.
Yeah.
And Wes is like, hey, I'm kind of drunk right now. I didn't even know he was drinking. He's like, I just finished
Well,
the whole
Joey and
bottle.
Jess went out for a nice dinner last night, and I was like, I want a bottle of wine.
Where'd you go?
So then
Where'd
I
you
went
go?
and bought 2 bottles of wine.
Prime rib night.
We did
Lighthouse.
too.
At Lighthouse?
Yes.
Yeah, we went at 4 o'clock.
Oh, we were there at 5:30.
Oh, you just missed
6
it.
o'clock.
Damn.
Okay. That prime rib night at Lighthouse.
Oh, our meal was delicious.
Oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful.
Nice and
That's
rare.
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than that, I'm just gearing up to move to Michigan and see you guys later. Yeah.
Peace out.
I gotta gloat really quick because I was stressing out. I spent 6 hours Thursday night and probably another 6 hours Friday night doing this paper I had to do. It was an exam.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the point where I just couldn't comprehend anything for this economic sociology class.
He was very stressed out.
Oh, man. I left work early. I was freaking out because it's due early Saturday morning. I have 6 of them due. She takes the best 4. So my goal was to BS all the way through this. I didn't think anything I wrote down made sense. I got an A on it.
Nice.
I
didn't read it. Didn't read it.
He's like, if I have all this completed, it's better that I can't use a 0 to scrape one of these. I was like, if I have it completed, and at least if I get a bad grade on it, I'll have to do really well in the other ones. I got an A on it.
Okay.
I was proud of that.
We got a couple of voicemails.
Neat.
And we got an email. I want to read the email first from Dan Talon and McLean Gravel. sent a Facebook message, I think. He says, loving your latest shows, particularly the Dirty Kitten show. Really, dog, what are those? What Really,
dog?
What
are those people doing?
I don't know what that says. You can just say
What
the
those
word.
people are doing.
You just say the word, and me and Mike McLean of McLean Farm Gravel would love to come on the show for an interview or just talk about what we're up to out on the farm, preparing for the event to come and to really paint some mental pictures for the listeners. So,
Hey, Dan.
yeah,
Word.
word.
That's how we get him on the show. Because just
Word,
say the
dog.
word.
Say the word. I would like to have Dan on. That would be really cool to talk about some Ohio gravel.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. And I've tagged him with a local. Dan, we're going to make that work out, Dan. We'll make that work out. Got a couple of voicemails.
Yeah.
Let's see which one comes up first because I didn't put them in any particular order.
It's like Pandora.
Yeah, we don't know what we're going to get. We're just going to play the voicemail.
Life is like our podcast.
Happy Valley Women Cycling here, calling for a race report for Monster
I
Cross.
thought she was saying
Tanya.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Headed home, we have another hour to drive. It's a 7-hour drive from us from Pennsylvania down to Virginia. So Monster Cross was amazing. We had 6 women today down there racing. The food was amazing. They had chicken, mashed potatoes, baked beans. Oh, mac and cheese. Yeah. Registration ran smooth. The course was amazing. Fastest times ever. The winners had record-breaking times.
Hell yeah.
The temperature is 55. I don't know about that. It felt like 55 to us northerners. With shorts on, short sleeves.
In half of a mile, keep right.
Don't forget the turn.
It's weird. We only get one shot at this race report.
It says turn
We're
right.
gonna
You
call
touch the
back and
computer.
leave another one. So Tanya and Nikki, 2 teammates, headed out for the 50-miler, and the 4 of us would start 15 minutes later. Most of us were ready to go, but I thought we had 15 minutes, and I went back to the truck.
Uh-oh.
And it was 10:06. I was peeing, and the gun went off. So everybody was like, "Oh, I'm going." So I hurried up, put all my stuff on, started down the trail, and realized I didn't have my helmet on. Had to go back to the truck, get my helmet.
Is this a reoccurring theme?
Was riding by myself for a while, so I decided to make it a day of see how many people I could pass. So that was good.
Yeah.
Bree was with me, and she took off, and she managed to finish 3rd overall woman. So that was really awesome.
GPS is really upset with them.
I ended up reaching one of my teammates that had spilled out on the gravel and had hurt her knee. So I helped her, walked with her, and then helped her finish the race. So I was really happy that she finished. We ended up alongside a unsupported aid station. This guy just likes to support bikes, and he had Girl Scout cookies and donuts and cheeseburgers. And it was only like 3 miles from the finish, but we stopped, and it was delicious. And that was like our highlight of the entire day, was getting the Girl Scout cookies. So I don't know what Tanya's highlight was. I think maybe finishing and getting a PR.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great day out there. I rode my mountain bike. Always raced it with a cross bike, but I rode today with a mountain bike, and it was a great day. The weather was great. We've been training for it for a while. Bree took 3rd place on the podium. Her first time on the podium as a cyclist, so that's amazing. But we met a lot of cool people.
Oh, got cut off. Oh, excellent, though.
They probably made their turn. That's what happened.
Yeah. So pay more attention to the GPS, Tanya and Marianne. But that was actually cool. They were given a race report on that was Monster Cross, if you didn't pick that up. I don't know. A lot of people did Monster Cross. Sounds like the course was great. So I got another voicemail. This one is from
David Cook.
Dave Cook, our audio engineer friend.
Hello, gentlemen. It is Dave Cook, your favorite complaining audio engineer.
That's the one.
I'm on my. I was just driving through your neck of the woods. I was driving back home from D.C., where I was working a concert this weekend, and listening to the last couple of episodes. And believe it or not, I'm going to compliment you.
Yes!
I'm not going to complain.
All right.
The audio these last couple of episodes has just sounded really, really good.
His is cutting in and out, though.
It sounds like you're enjoying your entrees of eating the microphone.
Eat the mic.
And your overall levels are super hot. I don't have to crank the volume anymore to actually hear you over the car sounds. So really great job. But I do have a complaint. The size of your the sound,
Is he talking
the
about
sound
me
of the
specific?
telephone interviews. It almost sounds like you're just listening on a speakerphone with microphones near it, which is,
He caught
if
us.
that's the case or whatever the case
No.
is, it's just a really harsh sound, and especially for some of these longer interviews like you just did today with the dude who runs Grusk, which I think I'm going to register for because it sounds like an
Oh, yeah,
incredible
he was
event,
taking
and
a
I never
nap.
heard of it.
He's in a
in
well.
the,
podcast.
He's stuck in a well somewhere.
USS
But,
Alabama.
yeah, for the longer ones, it's just the harshness of it just gets, well, you know me. It's, I'm sensitive to this stuff, so it gets to me after a little while. But
2020,
especially in
everyone's
contrast to your amazing sounds now, the three of you.
Yes. Thank you.
So there are obviously other ways to do a direct patch from a computer or a phone or whatever into your system, which would probably, if you're not doing that, it would probably improve it. Plus, of course, it's whatever environment the people calling in are in. It sounded like, I forget his name now, the Grusk guy. But anyway,
Travis.
it sounded like he was in a very live-sounding, reverberant room, which sounded a little wacky. Anyhow,
submarine.
that's all I'm going to say for now. I also thought I would call in because I think I might have heard a reference to me
Yes.
by either Joey or Wes on this podcast.
It was me.
A joke about how someone said they were going to pull their support because they didn't like the sound. So I did say I was going to do that a while back in an email, but I haven't pulled my support.
I've kicked Wes a lot
So
over
I'm a
that comment.
Patreon supporter. And I also got a little envelope of stickers from you guys. I
That
guess
was from
Jeff
Joey.
sent it out. That was very much appreciated. Thank you. So I'm still listening. I'm very much enjoying the podcast. The last couple of episodes with your interviews have been really good. The power meter topic from Training Peaks dude was also highly informative. And keep it up. And if I ride Grusk, maybe I'll see you, Brian. I don't know if all of you are doing it or just Brian.
Cool. I think that's it.
Where'd he go?
Love you, bye.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah,
really,
thanks.
actually, we kid around, but your continued support and feedback on our audio and what to do to fix it really is greatly appreciated.
I just came
And
up with a
your-
great idea, though.
And your continued support through Patreon is greatly appreciated. Please don't pay any attention to Grumpy Joey or Snarky Wes.
But I do have a snarky, I think,
Yeah, here
good
we go.
idea.
Here we go. Here we
so
go.
if we annoy him enough, maybe we'll get enough free advice to fix our podcast.
No, I actually so Dave, to answer your question on what we're doing for interviews, we were doing POTS, we were doing plain old telephone, and patching that in through
That has an
Google
acronym? I
Voice.
like that.
Yeah,
Pots? Do we have pot
plain
brownies?
old telephone service system, whatever it was. But starting with Hunter Allen, we moved to Skype, which that was a whole lot better.
Oh, that was a nice phone
And
call.
then Travis is actually stuck in a well, and we're going to send Lassie out to try to find him. I have no idea what
He
happened
just
with
never
Travis.
comes out of his bubble bath when he goes home.
A couple of days after that was released, Travis messaged me, and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. And I think what ended up happening is he had gotten a headset, and if I had to put my finger on it, my bet is that his headset wasn't picking up the audio as the mic on the headset. It was Skype was still using the audio through the computer, if I had to guess. So, yeah, we're working on that, and hopefully that will be better. But again, Dave, thank you really seriously for your continued support. It really is much appreciated. Joey, what's going on in Strava world?
Well, in Strava, we are up to 490 members from 471.
Oh, I'm quitting until I get 500.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We might hit that before the 3rd. It's your last recording day. To break into the top 100, you needed 90.5 miles, which is high for February.
Yeah.
It's also mild outside.
Weather is beautiful.
I also haven't had an opportunity to wear my new boots I got from Chris Howell. It's never been cool enough.
Dude, he scammed you.
I'm a sucker. Had to blow my nose. All right. At
Little sound
number
effect.
3, who is actually number 78, Tim Dugan from Alexandria, Virginia, had 104.7 miles.
Good job, Tim.
Number 1, at number 46, Pete LaRue from Phoenix, Arizona, had 132.5.
Good job, Pete.
And number 2/10, Dejer Med Chalef
Chief?
No, that's
No,
an
I think
L.
Schleff is Alger.
Schleff from Alger.
Oh, that's an L. I
Had
thought it was an L.
234.8 miles.
So he's one of those ones I just picked the number. You're right, Joey. I probably should have scrubbed that because I looked at his profile and he was follows a bazillion clubs. So
Pick a random person real quick.
no, I'm not doing that because no, we're already we're in an hour already.
Oh,
Rider number 1, Westchester.
Well, if you do not follow currently,
We're in an hour?
and you want to get Wes out of here quicker, we're at strava.com/clubs/gravel travel and dirt.
See you on Strava, everybody. So Joey, do you want tech tip music or not?
Just do it.
Tell me. Okay,
I want DMX.
I'm giving you tech tip music whether you like it or
All right,
not. Are
so
you ready?
tech tip of the week.
Wait. No, I'm going to do the whole intro for you. It's time for Joey's tech tip of the week. Take it away, master mechanic of the bike world from the Patuxent Adventure Center in Solomons, Maryland. Phone number to be inserted later, Joey Sikorsky.
I put a tire on backwards last week.
Just remember, give him just the tip.
I did change it quickly after, but it was tubeless, so I'm only that masterful.
Ooh.
Nah, man, when you're a pro and you screw up as a pro, it's not as bad.
No, you're just moving along. You're it was
I
probably somebody else's
I didn't
fault.
lose any sealant.
It was probably a minion's fault.
No, it was
More
all
likely.
mine.
Somebody somebody distracted you, I'm sure. That's what
No,
happened.
it was actually
That was Brad's.
it was your tire. Oh man, no, I fixed it.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell
yeah.
you about the water that came out of your wheel?
No.
Remember when I replaced your rear spoke?
Yes.
Oh my god, that was
That
foul.
was swamp water.
That was
yeah.
swamp water.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it.
It's like a swimming pool's worth.
I forgot to tell you about that.
Oh no.
And that's because I had to retape. I replaced the spoke. I pretty much had to
faster now. That's
rebuild
why
it.
why you're, yeah.
That's why I'm faster now.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
I just had an epiphany. Yeah. Yeah, so when I went to put your
So
tire
your
back on-
tech tip of the week is don't put swamp water in your tires? Is that
Yeah, it helps.
with your sealing?
All right, so tech tip of the week. Due to our large supply of, Brian told me to do this, Stan's darts. I always feel like I'm pawning off buying shit now. But the dart, I think, is a new revolutionary, affordable piece of machinery that every gravel cyclist needs.
So what is the Stan's dart, please?
It is a dart.
Extrapolate.
You just throw it at your tire and hope it seals the right spot.
Because you don't even have to know where the hole is.
Yeah.
It's magic. You just throw the dart at the tire, and it's like a pole seeking. It's attracted to the sealant, and it just right in it.
Have you used yours
Awesome.
yet?
No.
Hey, hold on.
I'm actually curious
Hey.
to see anybody that uses theirs. Is probably the worst thing that's ever happened.
All right. I will finish this tech tip. All right, so the Stan's dart actually looks like a phallic symbol. Is a actually really cool piece. So
What's that mean?
I think it looks more like a pleasure device.
So it's a tubeless plug system instead of using bacon.
Right.
It looks like a dart with a bunch of fabric sticking out of it. It is double-sided, so you have two already loaded on the little dart. And what happens is you get a little flat before that thing goes all the way down. You pull out your dart and you stab it in there all nice and deep like. And what it does is this felt has a chemical on it, or this fabric, and it bonds to the tubeless material. What is it? They said it reacts to stand sealant. It'll react to orange steel too.
Yeah, that was my
So-
question. Is does it
yeah.
work with orange?
Yep. It is a barbed ballistic. It was a barbed plastic tip anchors. So yeah, it's a plastic tip that anchors
There'll be
onto
no
the
tire left.
So what'll happen is you push it in, it'll anchor itself in, and you pull it out, and you'll still have some of this. And you don't trim it, you don't do anything.
Right.
But it bonds well, and it seals it up, and you're good to go.
Awesome.
So yeah, it'll wear itself clean, kind of like bacon does. But it definitely has some girth to it compared to a piece of bacon.
Yeah.
So it definitely, like when we were at Unpaved when they just released it, Drew was over there just stabbing the shit out of some tires. It looked like at some point in time.
It's like every Stan's product video.
Yeah.
It's magic.
But it's actually pretty, like it is light.
Yeah.
It's somewhat compact. It's like half the cost of a Dido plug.
Yeah.
And I ordered capsules too. So we got 10 of them today. It took us forever to get to. Every time they pop into stock and I'd want to order them, they're gone. So we got 10 today, a few already spoken for. I got some refill tubes, so you can get a refill capsule of 5. And I think it is $25. I know it's $25 for the dart itself, and it comes
And
loaded with 2.
The refill is 20. because I looked it up
the
the other day.
refill is
They're $4
$20
a piece.
So that's not too expensive.
So I have a question. Will you also carry just bacon strips as well, or will you always use that?
No, I will
I'll always
also
keep it that.
I will actually
Just
I've
knowing how
decided
expensive they are.
I will carry bacon as well to do
Yeah.
like the little small holes. But if I'm out in a race
Yeah.
or in a real situation where I've got something that's massive, plus also I will divvy out the bacon, the regular bacon strips, to strangers.
Yeah, you did not
Sorry.
tell everyone you had to dart a few rides ago.
Yeah, we can recap that again, Joey. Thank you.
I hope people are listening from
Some-
that ride.
I'm cutting the tension tonight. You guys are just at each other.
But how many small holes have you had to use?
Okay, so
You've
just,
never used your dart. Like
I have
in a
not
good
used
way.
my dart, but I've used bacon plenty of times.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
So today, to
Bacon-
give
bacon with the bacon?
to just give a plug to tubeless in general. Today, I got home late. I wanted to get a quick ride in. Hopped out, put all my gear together, grabbed the bike, looked down, and there's this giant staple sticking out of the rear tire, right in the center of the tire. Reached down from our ride yesterday. Reached down,
really?
grabbed it,
Yeah.
and started spitting sealant. Spun it around, set it on the bottom. Off I went. Checked the PSI. I think it lost 2 PSI.
Yeah,
With
whatever.
that. So I mean, but I have had to use bacon. I've probably used bacon more on my road bike tubeless than I have on
No,
my
I mean,
gravel
since you've
bike.
had your dart, have you used bacon a lot?
No,
Oh, well, yeah.
no,
all right,
I haven't had to use it
Yeah.
at all. So,
Yeah.
but I'm prepared for myself.
Yeah, and to clarify, it bonds well with latex-based tubeless sealant.
Okay, and I would share them with maybe you, Joey, and you.
Yeah, I know you would. Oh, I knew they were in your bag. If that was me, I'd come over there and I would sucker punch you.
Well, I knew that. Like we were rehashing. I knew bacon would come from somewhere, from some corner.
Pigs.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
we
tech
have
tip.
plenty of them.
Good tech tip.
They're for sale at Patuxent Adventure Center. Well, we have like 5 or 6 left.
So you can Google Patuxent Adventure Center, or you can go to PAX.
I put it on our Instagram.
with
I
an
had like
X?
3 people message us.
Yeah, packs.
PAX, PAX, Adventure.
.com.
And then we'll mail them to you.
Yeah, so all the people would have to do is call you, or can they buy them right off the website?
No, we had to take the website thing down because there were
People are buying stuff.
Yeah, somebody like
You don't want people buying stuff off your website.
no,
No.
we had like weird things happen where somebody bought like a $12,000 bike off the website, which is
You
just
can't do
super
that.
fishy.
$17,000
Yeah, the
limited
Clio.
edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Founders edition.
So we had to take that ability off.
So if somebody were to call the shop
Yeah.
and say, "Can I'd like to buy some of this," and then you ship it to me,
Yeah, so Mike Porter asked about one. A couple people on Instagram, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I'll
Okay.
send them, but
Cool.
I'm charging double because there's not many available.
good tech tip. Thank
Actually,
you,
we
Joey.
should raffle one off.
Let's do it.
That'll be cheaper than paying for advertisement on social media.
Joining us now is Kelly Paduch from Rocktown Rambler. Welcome to the podcast, Kelly.
Hi, Brian.
Before we get too deep into talking, thank you, Joey, talking about the event, give you an opportunity to tell our listeners a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I moved to Harrisonburg to attend college at James Madison University, and pretty much from there just fell in love with the area, made a few friends who were in the local bicycle coalition, the bike scene, and pretty much from there just started to adventure on everything from mountain biking to gravel, and all of it was done on either my road bike or my mountain bike. There wasn't anything ever super specific beyond that. Got involved with Rocktown Bicycles in 2015, started working there. Really got into it on the bike mechanic side of things and trying to encourage more women to ride bikes and come on group rides and that kind of thing. I went to the United Bicycle Institute in 2017
Nice. Which
from
one?
the one in Ashland.
Nice. Yeah, Joey and I have done that. That was a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got one of the QBP women's mechanical scholarships.
Oh,
to go
congratulations.
there.
That's awesome.
So
Nice.
that was a really, really cool class to attend. It was 2 weeks long, and I learned a whole lot of awesome stuff. And since then, I've still been working at Rocktown. I do kind of everything there. I help manage the shop with my partner, Christopher, put on events, lead maintenance clinics, I lead a women's ride during the week. And then on top of that, try and race when I can, gravel and cyclocross.
Nice. Nice. Joey's trying to kill himself over here with.
I'm taking my medication with beer.
He tried to swallow a pill and he choked on it.
He just spit a cloud of like pill dust all over everything.
Other than that, what you just said was very impressive.
Yeah, sorry.
So Rocktown Rambler, the event, is tied really closely to the Rocktown Bicycle Shop, which give them a shout out. Where are they located and how can people find them?
Yeah.
Rocktown Bicycles, it's right in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. We're open from 11 to 7 during the week and 10 to 4 on Saturdays. The shop's been around since 2013. It was opened by this man named Ken Bell. He's super into bikes, big bike enthusiast, and wanted to be a part of the whole bike industry, bike scene in Harrisonburg. And it's been really cool working there.
Nice.
We sell Specialized and Pivot. We just got Pivot the last few months and been really stoked on those bikes. They're really fun to ride.
Nice.
Yeah.
So speaking of bikes, what's your current gravel bike of choice?
My current gravel bike is a 2020 Specialized Diverge.
Nice.
I have, it's almost the stock build, the Shimano Ultegra and Praxis crankset. But I have a set of Control SL carbon wheels that are like 1,330 grams
Nice.
I believe, for the wheel set.
Nice.
Set up with my favorite tires for all around riding here. Pavement and gravel mixture are the 32C Roubaix, set up tubeless.
That's what I run.
They ride really, really nicely for almost everything. And I matched my bike with some purple muck-off tubeless valves. That looked pretty cool.
We need a picture of your build for the episode photo drop. That sounds like a sweet
I
bike.
can send one your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel kind of left out. I'm the only person with a Diverge here.
Well, you know you can fix that, Joey.
You had a Diverge and you gave it to Brian.
So let's dive into Rocktown Rambler. Tell us, how long has the event been going on? Give us a little inside baseball on Rocktown Rambler.
Yeah, so the Rocktown Rambler has been a concept for a few years now, but we never really felt like we were in a place as a shop or staffed or anything like that to really be able to support putting on a full-on gravel event. All of our other events are on the smaller side compared to something like this. And so this will be our first year of the Rocktown Rambler.
Cool.
And we're hoping to have about like 300 people total.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so did you vet the route or what's the course look like? Talk to us a little bit about the course.
It's a 25-mile loop based out of Bryce Resort in Basie, Virginia. Bryce Resort was kind enough to host our event.
That's awesome.
As its headquarters.
Nice.
And pretty much right from there, you head onto it's a little mountain called Suppenlick Mountain. The main connecting road through there is called Suppenlick Ridge. Goes from pavement to gravel, rolling with some longer climbs. Nothing on the course is ever meant to scare someone away from their ability to ride gravel. So while it is 25-mile loop with 2,500 feet of climbing, it rolls nicely. It has beautiful scenery. It's never super, super gnarly or technical in any sense. Even the single track we have is pretty rideable except for one stream crossing. Because we really want it to be an event to either introduce people into the gravel of the Shenandoah Valley or really keep people's stoke level up on riding gravel in the area.
That's great because we get a lot of questions. Like where can I start? Where's a good place to start? And if you're looking for an event, it sounds like a great opportunity to kind of find that introduction to the world of gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Joey's meds are kicking in.
So working at a bike shop and putting on an event, where are you finding the time?
Yeah,
and
seriously.
How many employees are you guys running there? Because working at a bike shop ourselves, I'm not even sure. Sometimes we put on just a small afternoon event or an evening event, and our time is gone. I mean, that's awesome. You're putting on an event with 300 people.
Yeah. it can be stressful, or like feeling like there's a lot going on, but we have total we have 3 full-time staff, including myself. And Ken Bell, the owner, although he's not always in the shop, he is like my partner in this the race, basically. Like he handles a lot of stuff going on with that I can't always get to. And we have 1 part-time staff, this kid Nate, who's super nice, and he can come in whenever we need an extra hand. And so everyone is super qualified to be able to take on things in the shop, so I can either leave or go into like one of our office spaces to be able to work on more specific things to the event. So it's been pretty well organized overall. I haven't felt really that overwhelmed for the most part.
That's awesome. So are you working on the event during like shop hours, or is this kind of like an after hours like addition to what the shop is doing?
It's in addition to what the shop is doing. So I work on it during shop hours, or sometimes I'll work on it a little bit before the shop opens, but it's nice to be able to have the ability to work on it like as I'm at the shop. It makes a big difference. Yeah,
no, I agree. That sounds awesome. I know a lot of the events that we host, we're usually working on those events after hours or like before hours, and it just kind of drains you pretty quick because you're sun up to sundown. You're doing something versus like in your free time at the shop, you can kind of work on something. So that's nice to hear that you guys have that going on there.
Yeah, we have a good support system going on for sure.
This is a different approach to an LBS, looking for that outreach opportunity to kind of, and especially since it's an introductory style event, it's an introduction to gravel. What a great way for the LBS to remain relevant in the space when so many LBSs are struggling. This is a great way to increase sustainability. So I like that. It's awesome. That is awesome. And to have, I think it really comes down to having ownership at the shop level that sees the value in that. So kudos to them.
I agree.
Absolutely.
That's great, and it's rare to find nowadays.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So that's awesome. So walk us through the race weekend, the whole of it, because I know on the website you've got lots of different options for places to stay, camping. Mm-hmm. It looks like another amazing weekend of gravel. Yeah.
So our idea was kind of if people want to, make a weekend out of it, either stay in Harrisonburg and check out the bike scene there. We have great gravel roads right there in Harrisonburg. Bryce Resort, which is like 45 minutes away from Harrisonburg, has our loop out of there, and the area has just so much gravel. So like it's definitely worth it to take a weekend and check out the surrounding area. I have tons and tons of bike routes of the Harrisonburg area on our website.
Nice.
The race will officially start at 10 a.m. as a mass start. And so that the morning of, and we're trying to put together the day before also packet pickup, just to keep things more organized than unorganized for our first event like this. So packet pickup at 10. There's our course is a 25-mile loop, and the main race, if you want to, we want people to race it, ride it, party pace it, do whatever, come have a good time.
Nice.
But we will have a competition as part of it, because that's fun. Racing is fun, and we want people to get that racing can be fun, especially with gravel. I think it's more fun. So the main race, the men's open and the women's open, will be 50 miles, and there are age group options beyond that. We are guessing that race for the fastest people will probably take about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. And then we'll have, as people are coming in, we'll have timing. Bruce Buckley is going to be our photographer out on course. Our goal is to have everyone have a picture of themselves, so they have something to take home.
Nice.
Because that's a really cool thing to be able to share the experience. We're going to have one of our local DJs at the event for post food party times. after as everyone is coming in. Bryce Resort is doing the food for everyone. That's complimentary with race entries. And we also have SRAM as a sponsor for our prizes for the podiums this year. So we're super excited about that. Yeah.
That sounds really cool. I mean, because you're hitting all the marks. Introductory style event. People at that, they love the timing. They love to strap on that little timer chip and get a time later on. Jesus, guys.
Phrasing, man. Come on.
They love the timing chip. I'm done. Wes, you can run the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, if you want, let's go. Okay. Anyway.
No, seriously though.
Yeah.
The introductory thing, the timing is great. People love that. I think that, even if they're not racing it, to be able to see results and, I timed that, and they can share that kind of stuff with their friends, and the pictures, actually being able to make sure that people get pictures from an event. You're creating a lot of stoke, which is super cool, for people that it could be their first time. So, yeah.
And I love the timing chip, even if you're not racing, because it just kind of makes you feel more involved with it. There's almost a level of responsibility you have as a rider now.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I don't know. It brings an ownership to it. I like it.
Until you donate your timing chip to a friend.
Who's faster than you?
Alonzo gets everybody's timing chip.
Your wife's like, oh, you're doing 120.
Everybody crossed the line at the same time as Alonzo.
The timing chip thing is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it is. I think it's neat. It creates a certain atmosphere at an event that I think a lot of people really get a kick out of, whether you're racing it or not. Just the fact that it's kind of a cool thing. So how does registration look at the moment? Where are you at out of those 300?
So out of the 300 we're hoping for, we have 107 right now.
Okay.
It seems like numbers are starting to pick up with the more consistently warmer weather, and the date is getting closer, and so things seem to be on track for registration.
Cool.
That's kind of the thing we've seen with our other events. Just as the date gets closer, more people are like, I'm going to go do that.
Yeah.
So.
And I it's going to be awesome. I think I'm excited. I hadn't really kind of looked at the profiles. So, that looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be awesome. Joey, you had a question.
It's a little embarrassing. When is it?
May 3rd.
Okay, sorry.
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Yeah.
So how can people find out more? I'll put links in the show notes, but go ahead and give your websites and all of that kind of stuff.
They can find out more by visiting our main shop webpage, which is rocktownbicycles.com.
Okay.
There's a Rocktown Rambler tab right there in the navigation. Or they can visit bikereg.com. It's right there if you look up Rocktown Rambler. We also have, I think I made a Facebook event, but that's kind of more on the back burner, just as it's there in another internet space kind of thing. But most of the information will be on our website.
Cool.
At rocktownbicycles.com.
So if people are looking for it, that's the place to start then, Rocktown Rambler website. And just searching for Rocktown Rambler, that should show up pretty easy.
Yeah, that should show up.
And then Bike Reg from there. So cool. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us tonight. And talking about the race. It sounds like it's going to be a great time. So I'm registered. I am. I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm actually thinking of how I can work my way into that one.
Okay.
I'll be very far away at that point.
Yeah, Wes will be in Michigan.
I feel like I was planning something May 3rd for paddle sports, but
you need to come.
I would like to come.
If you come, Kelly, would we be able to do recording at Packet Pickup?
Oh, yeah.
It would be really fun to talk
Definitely.
to people at that style of an event that's not like an unpaved with a massive number of people and big wheel racers and all that kind of stuff. It would be really cool to be able to talk to people that are just like, this is my first gravel event, and I'm nervous. It would be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun to get
that'd be really cool.
that insight and that take. So yeah, if Joey's able to work it out, because I don't want to sit in a corner and talk to people in a can.
I think you'd have a lot be like that leading on.
Yeah. You can talk a lot, Brian.
Yeah. Just don't give me anything to read.
It'll be like that Disney Pixar scene where the guy plays chess with himself.
Hey, Kelly, you want to stick around for this or that? Please say yes.
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Awesome. So before we talk about this week's This or That, I want to wrap up the Facebook poll of episode 58.
Man, everyone on
This
Facebook was
or
stupid
that.
though this week.
Well, that's up to you. That's your opinion. The question that I chose and put on the Facebook poll was, would you rather be bulletproof or be able to survive fall from any height? Kelly, what would your answer to that be?
I'd probably say surviving the fall from any height.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
consistently fall a lot. So
yeah, you agree with most of our listeners. 80% said survive a fall from any height, and only 20% chose bulletproof. And I think that's because Wes voted like 8 times.
Well, we like to ride with guns.
Speaking of that, I got a very long email from Clydesdale Fatwad.
Oh, Chris Vassallo?
Yeah, about how to do the Wuhan virus game.
Oh, yeah, he did say
so
that.
I'm going to save that for later from last week.
And real quick though, do you have a JMB rep at your bike store that comes in frequently?
not frequently. I would say I probably see him once a year.
Oh, really? Ours comes in like once a month, and he brought in one time a gun mount for bicycles to try to sell us. Yeah.
We actually have customers that would totally use that.
Oh, yeah. Well, JMB, look no further than JMB.
Well, that would be for the fat bikes that want to take and use those for hunting.
I can see it in Harrisonburg going up to the George Washington and the mountains.
Yeah, we have hunters that use bikes to go out and hunt and bring the deer back in and everything.
Yeah, no, we had one that was towing a deer stand out there with a fat bike. We built up Pugsley up for him a long time ago for us.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, we'll see if we can find it in JMB and send it to you.
Okay, this week's This or That. I'm going to read the question. I am going to give it to you first, Kelly, because you're our guest, and that's the way we do things. Joey will come up next. Then I will provide my answer, and then Wes will
muck it up,
finish it all up by making a mess.
Those are my good
so do you prefer hide and seek or dodgeball, Kelly?
Definitely dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Any reason why?
I just like wailing the ball at someone.
Oh, yeah. So you need to be bulletproof then.
It got taken away in elementary school. I got it. If there's a chance to do it again, I'm going to take it.
Nice. Joey?
Well, considering I was in dang it.
Man, you guys.
Elementary school in the 90s, I could still play dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was like the second best kid in my elementary school.
At getting hit?
I was a really good baseball player.
Okay.
Dude, I love whaling.
Are you bragging on your...
He just spit blue all over everything.
It's always falling apart.
It's the Mucinex. I
Did
love
they ever
whaling
change
kids.
it to those like foam balls instead of the red rubber ones?
Oh, I love those foam ones.
So,
they're
I don't think they
squishy
play
foam ones
anymore.
because you could ball them up
yeah.
really small and then
and they expand and they
like
smack you in the
whale
face.
them.
You could disarm someone with one of those.
Well, I'm slightly older than everybody else in the conversation.
We
here,
used to
so
play with
sure, Brian?
wrenches.
We used to play dodgeball like vicious,
With
and it was
bricks.
celebrated by like all of the authorities when a kid got smacked in the face with a ball. Gym teacher's like, yes. so dodgeball, hide and seek is boring. It's like you go hide in a bush and
No, manhunt.
you sit there.
Manhunt? Oh,
People would
manhunt
always.
was
They would always
horrible.
forget me, and it'd be like, Dark would come and be like, "Oh yeah, we forgot you were hiding."
we played dodgeball on a 2 tennis courts that were together one time, and each set of tennis courts was a separate team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the people that were getting taken away from that because they would get beamed from the side.
It was like
ridiculous.
4 corners.
Yeah,
And then each corner had
your own
Oh,
team.
it
their
was
own
like-
team.
It was
So-
a 4-way dodgeball
You had to
game.
look
yeah,
out.
balls would
Oh.
come. You get smacked by a ball and not even know
multiple
what was coming.
trips to the hospital because we were at a
Wes,
If hide and seek was like manhunt or like full contact capture the flag, definitely hide and seek.
okay.
But
So
if it's just hide and seek or dodgeball, then dodgeball.
Okay, so if it's anything violent, you're looking for the violence.
I gotta hit somebody.
Okay. Second item, and this is market research at the same time.
Is this what you're going to pick for your poll for the week?
Yes. No. Cheap, scratchy T-shirt or a more expensive T-shirt that's much softer.
Much softer. had to emphasize that.
Is it much, much more expensive?
No, not much more expensive. We're talking
much more expensive.
No, we're talking
$11.99 versus.
See, I
let's-
told you
let's
this question
say-
would come up. That's why I put value on it.
Let's say $15 for the cheap scratchy versus like $20 or $22 for the softer T-shirt.
Oh, definitely the softer T-shirt.
See, told you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey.
Ryan's victory for the day. I don't know. My cutoff for T-shirts is like $15.
Okay. Well, you don't buy them anyway. So.
That's about where I'm at.
Yeah,
that's
15?
my cutoff.
Yeah. I would do 20 or 22 for a better T-shirt, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. To save money on Band-Aids, though, I'd probably go with the softer T-shirt.
Yeah, you have to think about that one, everybody. Okay, third item on this or that. Would you prefer an old-time pirate ship with a full-time crew at your disposal or your own private jet plane with a pilot and unlimited fuel?
This is the dumbest one we've ever had.
This is the best question you've asked.
I like the pirate ship.
Nice.
Normally, I think most people might pick the jet because you can just go anywhere, but the pirate ship sounds intriguing. And it made me remember that I'm going to Gravel Worlds this summer.
Ooh,
and they have a pirate theme,
cycling league.
So
Nice. Pirate ship.
yeah, I'll go with the pirate ship.
Joey?
I just want to be like Jimmy Buffett for like the rest of my life. Like,
Well,
when
that
you
could be
think
either one.
Jimmy
That could
Buffett-
be
this
either
question-
one of these things.
No. The pirate ship, like, that is the life for me.
Oh, so you would choose the pirate ship? I thought you were going because he's a pilot. I thought you were going with the plane.
And he
No,
would name
if-
his pirate ship the Cheeseburger.
If I could
And
ditch,
he's
like,
always going to paradise. Yeah.
if I could ditch like managing the bike shop
And just be a
I'd
pirate.
be a pirate the rest of my life.
I think I would also choose
I wasn't
pirate.
done. I
I'm
got like a
sorry.
long conversation
Jesus, okay,
about
go.
this. No,
Go, jeez.
I would love to be a pirate. I don't want to pirate anyone, but I just want to be on a pirate ship and sail around the world.
Oh, so you wouldn't actually want to be a pirate. You would just want...
I want to be a pirate,
You
but I'm
could
not
be-
going to take over like Tom Hanks or anything.
Well,
You
you're not
could-
going to do much
I'm the
with
captain
a wood
now.
ship.
I am the pirate ship.
So you could be a good pirate.
Yeah, I'll be a great pirate.
You know, just the good guy pirate.
So
wanna drink some
the
rum
Navy?
and-
Yeah. No. Just the good guy pirate. You would
Yeah.
like sail around and like instead of burying treasure, you would give it away.
Yeah, I'll be
and-
like the Harvey Dent of pirates.
Yeah. Yeah. I would be that kind of pirate too.
Yeah.
Wes?
Oh, the jet plane. You guys are all dumb.
Okay. Why?
Life's
Well, I
too
could-
fast, man.
I could end your pirate ship just by dropping like a Molotov cocktail on you.
Oh, dude, but if you had
I
a
could shoot a
private...
cannon at your plane.
He could come back for Tuesday night podcast night.
I could be anywhere I
From
needed to be at
Michigan.
any time.
Yeah. That would actually... We want you to have...
My weekend would be amazing.
So we
I
need
could
to
do almost anything.
We need to come up with this for you. We need to find
You know how
somebody
long
out
it takes to sail down the Mississippi and then rent a bus over to Maryland?
That would
Forever.
suck. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay.
Sometimes you just got to sit back and chill for a little bit.
Yeah, well, I can do
Okay.
that on my jet plane and then get off and go do something.
My pirate ship would be all kind of decked
Actually,
out.
I don't even like sleeping because sleeping means I'm not doing anything.
My pirate ship would look like one of those boats on below deck, the yachts, the big super yachts. He didn't say what kind of pirate ship it had. Oh, it did say
Yeah, I
old
don't even
time
wanna be
pirate
nice.
ship.
It says
Oh.
old time pirate ship. It's wood.
I'd like to have my crew be like the Muppets from Muppet Treasure Island.
Yes.
That's a good movie. That's a great movie.
You could then punt them around too, and they wouldn't get hurt. They'd be like,
Yeah.
Man, that's mean.
everybody wants to kick a Muppet from time to time.
I don't. They're very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
Last,
raised you?
Unless it's Tim Curry.
I played dodgeball back in the 80s, dude. Last item on this or that. Drink a warm quart of milk.
It says quarter gallon, but that's fine. Who's reading anyway?
That is a quart of milk.
Is it?
Yes. Okay. Drink a volume of milk determined by either being a quarter gallon or a... Who says quarter gallon of milk?
That's how you buy it at the store.
Yeah, that's how you buy it at the store, bro.
You buy a quart.
Maybe not in the 80s, but right now that's how you buy it.
Okay, I'll start over. Drink a warm quarter gallon of milk and go for a hard 1 mile sprint, or take a shot of what?
He's right. Actually, a quarter gallon of milk is a quart.
Let's just say
Thank you, Mr. Google. I'm glad you have a laptop today, Wes. So drink
shot of Jack.
What? Okay,
Shot of
or
Jack.
a shot every mile for 10 miles. That's 10 shots in 10 miles. Okay,
Yeah, but your first 2 or 3 you'll probably do okay.
let Kelly answer first.
I can't do the milk. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the Jack.
Joey?
Lactose intolerant.
Well, that would be extra power.
Extra power? No, thank you.
That'll be like that warm spaghetti in your bib shorts episode.
I'm going to take those shots. I do like Jack.
Because it doesn't say how fast you have to finish that 10 miles.
True.
So you could take a shot, take a nap, take
Get
a
back on
shot,
the pirate ship and
have
sail
a
little
cat
bit.
nap.
Take a shot, take a nap. Brian's really boring at the bar.
Yeah.
Where's Brian? He's taking a nap.
So does it have to be regular milk or could it be buttermilk?
That's disgusting.
Ew.
If you want buttermilk, it can be buttermilk, Brian.
Who's buying a quarter of a gallon of buttermilk?
Who's buying buttermilk in general?
Actually, I used the
if they're
recipe
going
that
in
had
biscuits.
buttermilk on it.
If they're going in biscuits, then
I think-
buttermilk.
I've heard it's really good for pancakes.
Yeah, that'll work.
Buttermilk's great for just about everything.
I wouldn't drink buttermilk.
No.
Who would drink buttermilk? I would like to actually take the whiskey. I think I would be fine with that. I think that would serve me well.
Yeah.
This is a
Anything
really
beyond
hard
that.
one for me.
Really?
Actually, yeah. I really enjoy milk.
Do you really?
I love milk. I drink it all the time.
You just got like a little gleam in your
I
eye when
know.
you're talking about milk.
I enjoy milk, but
So now, what's your milk? Do you do full milk, like full fat milk, or skim
Whole
milk?
milk?
Whole milk?
yeah, whole milk.
It's like drinking a milkshake.
Otherwise,
dude.
you're drinking water. What's the point?
Oh, chalky water. Yes.
The other night, Wes sat down on the couch with like a whole cake and a quarter gallon of milk from a jug and just ate it all.
I just have a sweet tooth sometimes. And what's
I
the
do the
point
same
of
thing.
eating like chocolate cake if you don't have milk?
Yeah, I do.
We can drink like the whole.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to do dishes. And
So
then plus, you can seal up the top and put it on the
Oh,
couch.
I thought you drank it all.
No, I didn't drink it all.
There is this caveat here that it's warm.
Yeah, no, I know. I think if it's day drinking, I think I would do the shot every 10 miles because if I day drink, I'm getting energy.
Okay, Joe, your hand's gone up a lot this
Yeah,
episode.
he's-
Go ahead.
Speaking of
It's
caveats,
like Nancy Pelosi at an Obama speech.
when we said shot, we did not refer to alcohol or gun.
Oh, come on. It's a shot of whiskey. Shot of whiskey. No, I asked for clarification. Shot of Jack Daniels.
Well,
Actually, it's true.
One time in the bike shop, we brought airsoft guns.
Yeah, we did that, and the owner kept finding like little orange BBs for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Okay, we've gone
Kelly probably has to
way
go to
off the
sleep.
rails, and she's like going, I got to go to work tomorrow. I saw her look at her watch a
These
minute
guys are
ago.
crazy.
Damn, it's 9:19. Sorry, Kelly.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to give a shout? Oh, Kelly, what kind of events are you doing this year? What races are you doing this year?
Yeah, what's your calendar like?
Yeah.
Oh, me personally?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, I'm heading out to Mid-South Gravel in a few weeks here.
Okay.
In Stillwater, Oklahoma, and then I'm gonna go do Gravista and
Nice.
the Dirty Kitten.
Nice.
And then I'll be going to Gravel Worlds in Nebraska in August. And then my big mountain bike race for the year will be the SM100 again.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's a full calendar.
And it's not like they're easy rides either.
Yeah.
We'll have some crossover. So Gravista.
Can you do a call in, like, or even come back on and do like a recap of Mid South when you're done?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I did it last year, and it out of all of the races I did last year, it was one of the ones that just stuck out as like I need to go back. Like it just was so awesome.
Nice.
What made it so
yeah.
awesome? Out of curiosity, I've not even heard of this race.
It's the old Land Run 100.
Okay. Oh, they changed the
They-
name.
they changed the name. They changed the name because it's
gotcha.
more sensitive
All right,
now.
I got it.
Which rightly so. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But out of curiosity, just somebody who's been there, other than me just reading about it, what made it stick out so much for you?
I feel like the bike community means a lot to me. We have a really good one in Harrisonburg, and to go to Stillwater and just feel like I hadn't really left my own bike community was a really big deal.
That's awesome.
It was super, super welcoming. It's no joke. Bobby stands at the finish line until like everyone is through,
Nice.
and gives everyone a hug. And that means a lot too. Like he's out there pretty much 24 hours, like, giving people high fives for finishing. And
Yeah.
the whole route was awesome. Like, rolling red dirt, but it was fast and it was good. And it was dry, so it was really fast. I don't know what this year will be like.
Cool.
Hopefully dry again.
Okay. Nice.
Well, you just committed to coming on and giving us a recap. So
Yes,
thank
please.
you.
Yeah.
That
I'd
will be
love
awesome.
to.
That'll be really awesome. So appreciate that. And thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for having some fun, sticking around for this or that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
yeah,
everyone.
thank you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Anything else to wrap this up, Wes? Hold on.
Yeah.
I have a shout out real quick.
We have our first triple sticker winner.
Ted.
Yep.
Oh no, Ted asked during the middle. This is also another. Ted should get a sticker pack. Ted said, hoping for a shout out during the recording. Love you. Bye.
Okay.
Ted sat in our podcast one time, and he did a mid-record message, and this Mucinex and beer is really messing me up. Like,
You're not allowed to really drink
there's
anymore.
something right now. No, it's not even. I've only had 2 beers, but between the Tylenol, the Benadryl, the Mucinex, I just took it. The beer.
He's like spitting all over. You're
Don't-
gonna have to clean that mic
Dude,
before you get
there's-
back.
Don't worry,
there's-
listeners. We're taking to Joey to detox after this.
There's 10 minutes that I don't remember. I swear to God, like, there's something going on. I text Wes. I was like, I don't know what the last 10 minutes were about. And then all of a sudden, Travis Olson's like, all right, I want a free sticker pack.
I don't think Travis Olson sat. I think.
Hey Wes, what happened during a program here
So
tonight?
Travis Olson
Program?
messaged us, not
Not Ted.
not Ted.
It was not Ted.
Ted did not. Travis did not
Told
sit
you.
on an
It was
episode.
Benadryl, Mucinex, and Tylenol, and beer.
But anyway, we're falling apart. Anyway, we got our first triple sticker listener, and Travis Olson became a Patreon in the middle of that interview.
He has found his way out of the well,
He did.
and he
Wow.
is safe, and he
He
found,
found
his way
himself to the light, and he also messaged us and asked for a mid-podcast shout-out.
So
that
he
was
got-
no. That was actually Ted. Ted from Philly that sat in one time.
out.
I messed a lot of stuff up, but that was Ted from Philly who sat
Okay.
in that one time.
Well,
in
let's
the
just
lunch.
give everybody a shout out. Ted from
Everyone
Philly.
gets stickers.
Oh, Travis Olson said, "Yo, homies, sorry it took so long to get fat race promoter wallets to send you some Patreon love. But anyway, go buy yourself something pretty. Love you, bye."
Nice.
I'm
So
actually going to buy us a tent,
good.
a pop-up tent.
I like
for
it.
all
Well,
these
we do need to
races.
have something
Yeah.
like that, or a feather flag, or something that
Yeah.
people can find us.
A flag? No, I want like a palace
Okay.
with a moat.
And but
Joey-
a bouncy house.
Joey
Let's get a
need-
bouncy house.
Joey needs a palace
We need a bouncy house.
with a bidet.
Come on, Brian, get serious here. I want a palace.
What's coming up next week, Joey?
Actually, next Tuesday, before we record, I head out to Northern Virginia to a Shimano clinic, and I'll be riding a little bit of Leedsburg gravel after. And then Phil Thomas, who is a GRX ambassador, will be on that episode, and I'll be hanging out with Phil and doing the class with him earlier that day.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
little insight on some GRX and some.
So basically, he'll say, "Don't do what we did to Brian's bike."
Yes. I'll come back with some cool knowledge from the Shimano clinic.
Cool.
Got to get educated somehow.
Nice.
Maybe I'll take some Mucinex and beer before I go.
Anything else before we shut it down? From you, Wes?
I don't know. I'm gonna go ride my bike tomorrow morning. Probably. It's been
Nice.
amazing the last couple of days.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to not be so nice tomorrow morning.
Is
but
it not?
I don't know.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
No, other than that, that's about it.
cool. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. This is a listener-supported podcast by some really incredible people on Patreon or PayPal, now including Travis Olson. Thank you, Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks.
Our show can be found wherever you find your favorite podcast. Now, I've got a request.
Even YouTube.
Even YouTube. For all you listeners, I've got a special request. If you enjoy the show, then this coming week, I'm going to ask you to hop on over to the show page on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review.
Just Apple Podcasts, nowhere else.
Yeah, that's where everybody seems. It's like the mothership for podcasts.
Dude, like
so.
90% of people are on Apple anyway.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
So I'm going to put a link in the show notes where you can find it right from the website, right from the links. You can be like Spinning Taco that just recently left us this review.
Holy cow, that's his name?
Yeah.
Or hers?
Ear breach at its finest. 5 stars, guys and gal. Shout out
Nice.
to Jess. Just recently sampled the podcast and instantly found my peeps. I'm currently a roadie whom was torn between dirt or asphalt. After a few rides on my Cannondale CAD 12 on gravel and dirt, I was hooked, and now I'm in the process of converting to a full-time gravel and adventure lifestyle. Could not get enough of the show's insight and hilarity, so went back and binged every episode. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Apologies.
I tried that. I didn't even make it past episode 2.
To my surprise, it wasn't painful at all and kept me laughing, snorting coffee out of my nose, and entertained for days, weeks.
That's the only way I haven't drank coffee yet is through my nose.
You should try it.
Oh, let's do it
morning.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, and I will be waiting anxiously for the next episode. Sincerely, Spinning Taco.
That's
Thank
awesome
you,
in every
Spinning
way.
Taco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta figure out what Spinning Taco is from.
I think that guy's brain.
While you're doing that, Wes, why don't you tell folks how they can get in touch with us?
Well, you're going to bust out your old laptop that you've not seen in 4 years.
Is that what you just did?
No, I've seen it. graveltraveldirt.com is where you're going. And then you're going
what's
Instagram.
What's your browser of choice?
Chrome.
Chrome?
Except for it eats up all your RAM.
Yeah,
I
it does.
thought you would have been an Internet Explorer guy.
No.
Old Netscape Navigator.
No, the problem is I'm tech savvy enough, but I just don't care about all the superfluous crap.
I still prefer the AOL browser.
I just inserted a floppy disk, gave me 10 extra minutes.
What's a browser?
Okay. Keep going, Wes. I'm sorry to interrupt.
All right, yeah. So go to graveltraveldirt.com. Go on there. Brian has actually done a really good job for
thank
once, and kept the website up to date. And you can see all the rides we're going to, and all the rides we're not going to, all the rides that we are to be, not to be, all that good stuff. If you're not on there, you're not a good gravel ride. I'm just kidding. If you're not on there and you want to be on there, email
Let
us.
us know. Yeah,
email us, and
absolutely.
we'll put you on there. Joey, put your hand down.
No.
This is my section.
I was gonna say, someone asked me, hey,
section.
He just smacked him and took his mic away from him.
someone asked me about, hey, is there any cool gravel rides coming up? And I said, hey, check out our website. That was it.
That was good. Yeah,
That was good.
I'm sorry I smacked you in the face.
That hurt.
He's got a little red mark.
I'll let you eat some of my cake. Anyway, Instagram, if you're still doing it, at Mid-Atlantic GTD. If you're on Facebook, because for some reason it's not on here, I don't know, Facebook, Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel Dirt will
You
pop
just
up.
search for Mid-Atlantic.
And you know what? If you're keeping it real, if you're keeping it local, and you're a grassroots podcast supporter, and you are vegan, phone number is 410-231-3850. And if you eat meat, I don't want to hear from you. Anyway, hashtag AskGTD for any questions.
I keep checking that, and nobody's using it.
Yeah, because it's dumb.
Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt is recorded in Solomon's, Maryland, live in Joey's kitchen. Thanks for riding along. Till next time, do good, be nice, go slow,
Drink wine.
respect others.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
I'm drunk through the end of
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me.